Hello everyone and welcome to Henchman's story, at least part number 1. We'll see, I don't know exactly how many parts this will be. This is a game that is part of the Now and Next folder. Remember, there's all kinds of cool games in there. Lots of fun stuff. This was one of them. This was a game that I did not know about until right about the same time I found out about Inspector Waffles. That's what it was. I was sifting through the pre-order games or the coming soon games on the Nintendo Switch, and I saw this and Inspector Waffles. Both of them interested me. I watched trailers for both of them. This one really spoke to me as far as like a Sean style humor. So we're going to try this out a little bit and see what it is. It's a visual novel, superhero visual novel, as you saw in probably the thumbnail and the brief intro thing. I tweaked the settings here. I bumped up the voice and the music, and I turned down the sound effects a little bit. But hopefully it's not too bad. But we'll go ahead and jump on in. Here's just for curiosity, if you're curious, if you for whatever reason clicked it on this specific video, this is the Now and Next folder I've been kind of working through. Has a bunch of stuff in it. Lost in Random has 2 parts up. Big Con, Artful Escape have parts up. What else is here? Bullets Per Minute, Echo Generation, Fallout 3, The Good Life, Rainbow Billy. Those all have parts coming up, or all have parts out. Some of these will have second parts coming up, including the Big Con and the Artful Escape. I'm sure I'll get back to Rainbow Billy. Actually, thinking about it, Rainbow Billy and Echo Generation, both Paper Mario-esque RPGs. Both of them very good at what they're doing. All right, let's jump on here. New game. I think there's a good chunk of voice acting in here, so the game's going to be a little loud, and maybe I'll be quiet.
Yes! Yes! Another victory for the invincible Lord Bedlam! Excellent work, my brothers and sisters. At long last, the first phase of my master plan is complete. Now, gather the spoils of our conquest, so that we may return to our fortress post-haste.
So you want all these pet supplies stacked in the truck?
Yes, stack the pet supplies in the trunk.
I like the thumbs up. I like that. I'm Lord Bedlam. I stole some pet supplies?
Okay, just double checking, because there is a lot of dog food here, and I'm just not sure the resale value is worth the back strain, you know? Oh, and do you care about organization? Like, should we sort it by animal, or...?
God damn it.
Just load the boxes!
It has such a monarch feel to it.
If you please, valued comrade.
Right. Sure. God damn it.
Justice Burger.
Hey, Dave. Can you help me with this?
It's like, oh god, who is it? What, like 34 and 22 or whatever?
Oh, sure thing,
Or number
buddy.
53.
Try lifting with your legs. I hear that helps.
I meant help me lift the box, dude.
Oh, gosh, no. I'm a squad supervisor. I'm supervising. But I believe in you, Stan. You can do it.
Thanks.
Great work on that box, buddy. Way to go.
Hey, Dave. Do you think it's possible to kill a man with a chew toy? Never mind. Let's just give it a try.
Hey, fellas. Doing some late night shopping for Fido, huh? That's
Look
cute.
at her guns. Look at how fucking buff she is. Oh god, punch me in the face, Miss Dynamo.
What kind of mud is it? Looking at the two of you, I'd guess something like a Yorkie, maybe a teacup poodle. But that's way too much food for a dog that you could carry around in your purse.
Oh, he's a super Saint Bernard? So yeah, he's huge, massively big, eats a ton, shits are just, gargantuan.
No one needs to know that.
Are you a dog person? Let me guess. Frenchie? Corgi?
Pitbull. But seriously, step away from the truck and keep your hands off the kibble. This puppy chow heist is over.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is going to ruin Lord Bedlam's whole plan. I've got to warn him.
His plan? What about my plan? Hey, get back here!
Thanks for your commitment to the team, buddy. You've got this.
Yeah. Sure.
Don't need a receipt, team player.
Oh, really? Why don't you show me exactly what you've got, pal?
It's okay, I'm undercover.
Whew, he's gone. We can talk now. Thank God you're here. My name's Magnum McLean, undercover superhero. I've been tracking these guys for months. Huge case, very sensitive. But wouldn't you know it, my cell phone died before I could call my team for backup. Some luck, huh? So listen, you stop them, and I'll go find a payphone so I can call this in, all right? Great. Go get him, champ.
First of all, Magnum McLean? Really?
What?
What, your parents didn't alliterate? I thought everyone alliterated.
Ha. Okay.
Second, you're gonna find a phone? What is this, 1998? Come on.
Yeah, my whole flaw in my plan was that I was going to look for a phone.
Okay, good point. I'll just go to our secret headquarters and tell them in person. Be right back.
Nope, you're staying right here. But C+ for effort.
Will you call my mom and tell her that I got a C+? About the only good grade I'm ever going to get.
Oh, come on. That was at least a B-. You're telling me I didn't have you for a second there? Really?
Not even for a fraction of one.
Damn it. I'm really good at lasting only a fraction of a second. Wait, that came out wrong.
So what's it gonna be, Sunshine? Are you gonna come quietly or not?
I never come quietly.
You know I'm not paid to take option A. Well, here goes nothing. Take this!
Sounds like it went well. There he is. There's me. There's my ass. So was this like episodic or something? Because it has like the skip intro button like a Netflix show. Well, I guess a regular television show. It doesn't have to be a Netflix show. No, the skip intro. Never mind. Nowadays, everyone wants to be a superhero. You see them posting gallantly on your news feed and you think, sure, they're cool, but I bet I could be that cool too. I'll just do some sit-ups, start drinking diet soda, and add a little extra radiation to my coffee. Done deal. The thing is, not to crush your dreams or anything, but most people really can't. Even if you catch that 1 in a million break and land some superpowers instead of cancer, it's a long shot at best. And if you're some super powerless schlub like the rest of us, no chance. Do a billion sit-ups, change your diet, whatever. When a bug hits a windshield, it doesn't matter if the bug's been hitting the gym. It goes splat all the same. Trust me, I know better than anyone. This is me. Replace phone again, buy ice packs. Find a Webflix password. Steve's XX Ronin 420XX. No, not the big muscly dude, that's Captain Commander. Or was it Captain Comrade? One of the captains. Anyway, see the guy flying off the page there in the purple? That's me. My name is Stan, and I'm a henchman. Captain whatever wasn't the first person to punch me in the face, and he probably won't be the last. At least this time I got a free six-pack out of the deal when the guys saw I made the cover of Hero Weekly. Hard to drink with a broken jaw, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. That guy in the creepy looking mask is my boss, Lord Bedlam. No one's really sure what he's the lord of exactly, but he's usually polite and he pays us, so we don't ask. Supervillains don't always socialize with their henchmen, but Lord Bedlam likes to socialize, or likes to every once in a while. Says that because we're a smaller operation, we have a family mentality. Not sure I'd go that far. Being a small-time supervillain outfit means that we steal from pet supply warehouses, and that if some animal-themed boomerang breaks your elbow, you have to wash the blood out from your uniform yourself. Does not mean that my coworkers are my brothers and sisters. I don't care how many times Lord Bedlam says it. Mostly, I think he just wants to show up for game night and pretend it's not weird. Doesn't help that the mask kind of gives him an unfair advantage at poker. Not that anyone's ever had the guts to bring it up. Honestly though, could be worse. We've got food, 4 walls, salaries, and healthcare. I mean, not good healthcare, but you take what you can get when you get your ass kicked for a living. After spending a few years drowning in debt, a job like this seemed pretty damn appealing. Moral quandaries aside, also the frequent pain. Like I said though, not every day ends in a superpowered beatdown. Most of the time, my life is pretty normal. Well, from a certain perspective. Issue 1, clock in, clock out. Oh look, I got a game station. This is my room. It's a little cozy, but it's as nice as anything I had in college. Plus, I get it all to myself. Lord Bedlam did some research, and I guess henchmen that live in private quarters perform 15% better than henchmen that live in a barracks. I would love to see that research, and I also love that research exists. He's all about that psychological stuff. I guess private bathrooms don't affect performance or something because we don't get those. So after I wake up, I grab my towel and toiletries and head to the locker room. The locker room isn't bad. I mean, it definitely smells a little funky, though part of that is my fault. I did get tossed in a garbage can a few weeks ago after all. Also, sometimes the hot water in the showers cuts out for a second, so you end up yelling like a small dog and hopping around naked. That's super fun. Anyway, the line for the showers is always pretty long, so I start by heading to the sinks to brush my teeth.
Morning, Stan. You're looking chipper as usual.
What can I say, Dave? You brighten my day. And everything within a 200-foot radius.
Well, gee, buddy, you know me. Just trying to make the world a better place, one smile at a time.
I must have missed that in our mission statement.
I never discovered how someone as disgustingly cheerful as Dave ended up being a henchman for Lord Bedlam. I'm not sure any explanation would suffice, honestly. He's just this smiling, corn-fed, small-town doofus who happens to work for a supervillain. Go figure. Whatever his deal is, I'm stuck with him, and since he's my supervisor, which as far as I can tell means that his job is kind of just to exist, but with more enthusiasm.
So, pop quiz for you, buddy. What's your assignment for the day?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Well, we don't have an operation, and today is Tuesday, so that means I'm guarding a door.
Correct! You're assigned to guard the classified Level 4 research chamber. I'm glad that I could count on an experienced guy like you for something so important.
Well, I've guarded it every Tuesday for years, so yeah, I guess you could call me experienced. I'm a regular veteran of standing next to a door.
Not just any door, a Level 4 door, and Lord Bedlam has entrusted its protection to our team. It's a big responsibility. By keeping that door safe, you keep Lord Bedlam's plans safe, and Lord Bedlam's plans are going to help all of us. Doesn't it feel great, to be a part of something bigger than yourself?
Most of the time, henchmen fall into one of two categories. Either they think of it as a job, like me, or they've genuinely bought into their supervillain's cause or cult of personality. Dave is definitely the latter. I'm almost certain he has a Lord Bedlam tattoo somewhere. Like, I don't mean some wrist or ankle thing. I'm talking lower back.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, can't do such an important job smelling like this, so I'm gonna go take a shower. See you after assembly.
They have assemblies? Like children?
Looking forward to it, buddy.
After showering, shaving, and putting on my snazzy purple uniform, I head to the main hall for morning assembly, where we'll all be addressed by Lord Bedlam in person. The hall itself is pretty massive. Of course it has to be, since it doubles as our hangar, as anyone can tell by the grounded jet helicopter hybrids that sit parked in the hall's east side. It's definitely more than enough room to fit all of us comfortably. After all, we're only about 200 or so, which is a lot less than some of the bigger supervillain outfits. The far end of the hall, there's a small stage with a podium set up. A massive screen with a live feed of the stage sits above it, along with a full lighting rig. If you'd like, along with a full lighting rig, like you'd see at a concert. There's also some kind of ominous computer, but I've only ever seen it used for DJing at company functions.
Good morning, my loyal compatriots.
What's the squeaking? Mercifully, Lord Bedlam's arrival distracts me from memories of Dave dancing to folk synth fusion music at last year's Christmas party. Not that the supervillain's ascent from beneath the stage is any more graceful. I don't know why he insists on making an entrance like this. In a world with superpowers, a stage elevator just isn't that impressive. Maybe he gets a kick out of it. I don't know. Some of the guys eat it up.
Wow, yeah, you're the greatest, Lord Bedlam!
Does he really react like that every morning, you ask? Yes. Yes, he does.
Thank you, thank you. I love the enthusiasm.
I love you, Lord Bedlam!
All right, maybe just a little bit less enthusiasm. Teeny bit.
Sorry, Lord Bedlam.
Yes, well. Moving on. Today is a normal Tuesday, so you should all know your daily assignments. If you've somehow forgotten, consult the laminated schedule you received at the beginning of the quarter. If you lost your schedule, see Sam Leonhardt in HR and she'll make a new one for you. But the printing fee will come out of your paycheck, just so you know. I mean, they're laminated after all. That's not free. We do have some injury updates for you today. First, the good news. It looks like John Kess will walk again after that encounter with Muscle Master. I know we were all pulling for him. The bad news, Mace apparently has no idea who he is following his 7th concussion at the hands of the Shrouded Avenger, so he will not be returning to work. His family has received a fruit basket.
Jeez. He can still play in the NFL, though, so good for him.
For some lighter fare, we do have a birthday today. Congratulations to the Bacon Bruiser, who joined us in June after that unfortunate waffle iron incident forced the Breakfast Bandit into retirement. There will be some mini cupcakes in the East Break Room to celebrate. Please feel free to treat yourself to one between shifts. And it looks like that wraps up our morning announcements. So let's go out there and work together to make this a great day. And remember, the secret cabals, juntas, and unfairly moderated LARPing message boards that manipulate our society must all be destroyed!
What the fuck?
They will pay for their crimes in blood! And when my master plan comes to fruition, we shall be the ones to exact the toll! Then we shall rip out the diseased heart of modern society and replace it with a newer, better heart of our own making! A heart that actually enforces the rules about period-appropriate clothing and has no limits on caps lock usage! So says the invincible Lord Bedlam! Happy Tuesday, everyone. Go get 'em.
Yeah, I won't dance around it. Admirable or not, Lord Bedlam is definitely a supervillain, and what we do is in a bit of a moral, well, black area, I suppose. It's for a good cause, I think. The whole pay in blood thing was totally a metaphor, though. Lord Bedlam isn't about killing people. He does have that line, I made sure. After everyone files out of the main hall, we scatter to the far corners of the facility and start our workday. Today that means I need to take a long walk to the south wing. It's not exactly a scenic hike. The sights are basically what you'd expect from a hidden underground fortress. Stone walls, metal doors, and no windows. Still, it's nice to move about a little, considering my assignment. When I arrive, I find said assignment exactly as I expected. The metal door I'm guarding is just like all the other doors, except it's labeled 1385 and has a retinal scanner and a keypad next to it. Also, as expected, Dave arrived before me and is standing at rigid attention. Judging by his ragged breathing, he ran all the way here.
How's the door doing, Dave?
All's quiet so far, luckily. You're 1 minute and 35 seconds late, you know. If you were 8 minutes and 26 seconds later, I'd have to mark it down.
That must be 10 minutes and 1 second.
Noted. I'll remember to teleport next time.
You can teleport?
Yep, but only once a week, and only if I have a breakfast burrito with mango habanero sauce. Think you could hook me up? You know?
God, that sounds fucking good. A little mango? Oh, fuck.
Well, gosh, Stan, that's outside of our team's budget. But if it will keep you on schedule, then by golly, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, and it helps if I get the one with the green packaging. You know, the one with the cactus mascot that wears the little sombrero.
I'll see what I can do. I've got to go check on the new guy first, though. What was his name?
Not sure, but he insists on calling himself Sith Player. He's taking this whole henchman thing very seriously.
Well, of course he is. It's serious work, Stan. So be sure to stay vigilant and keep an eye on that door, buddy.
You got it, boss. That's me. Super vigilant. But not vigilante vigilant, like villainously vigilant.
I'm not sure how much of that Dave heard since he's already halfway down the hall on his way to check on the rest of our squad, but he gives me a thumbs up as he turns the corner, leaving me in door 1385 to ourselves. And so my day of standing in an empty hallway begins. Seriously, on Tuesdays. That's pretty much all I do. Since it's level 4 clearance, almost no one ever even uses the door. Oh, I guess I should explain. Level 4 clearance means that basically only Lord Bedlam or specifically approved henchmen have access. In this case, it's a handful of engineers, and they rarely show up. Whenever, or whatever's in there is apparently very important, but doesn't get a whole lot of love. Doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not paid to understand it. I'm paid to stand here, doing nothing. Yippee! You might think I'm living the life, getting paid to stand around, but it does come with one problem: boredom. Mind-numbing, agonizing boredom. So when Dave drops by to do his rounds, I find myself starting a conversation. Doesn't always work, and sometimes I regret it. Still, I feel like if I don't at least try to make my brain function just a little, it'll shut down on me one day.
Hey there, buddy. How's your day going? All your tasks on schedule?
Like stand here and guard?
Hold on, let me check. Yep, door's still there. So my sole task of standing beside it and waiting for someone to actually use it remains right on track.
Well, that's just swell. You're always on the ball, Stan. Was there anything I can do to help you out? Maybe get the facility crew down here to give that door the old spit shine.
I think the door's shiny enough for now. But do you mind if I ask you something? Non-work related, I mean.
Sure thing, buddy. Daily chats with the team are an important part of being a squad supervisor, after all. What's on your mind?
Ooh, how's the online dating scene?
So, how are things going with that dating app? Have any hot dates? Huh?
Oh, I don't know. I've chatted with a few girls. On the app, I mean. It usually starts okay, but we always seem to have a difference in our beliefs.
What, like religion or something? I think there are specific apps for that if it's a big deal for you.
Oh, no, not that. It's just none of them seem to believe in Lord Bedlam's mission.
Why are you bringing that up on a dating app? What is wrong with you?
Shit, dude, you don't tell them you work for Lord Bedlam, do you?
Oh, no. I will never violate the sanctity of our brotherhood. But it's very important to me, so I give them the bullet points of our code, and then they unmatch me.
Damn, Dave. That's, sorry, man.
Thanks, buddy. I just wish I could date one of the girls here. It'd be so much easier. I've always really liked Jen from Squad 23.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly a lady killer, but I'm not quite the best that poor Dave is. I could probably give him some useful advice that, again, do I really need to go deeper? Oh, absolutely. Just improve your profile.
Maybe you just need to spruce up your profile a little to get more matches. Widen the net a little, you know? What are you using for your profile picture?
The official headshot I got for work. Duh.
Really? With the background and everything?
Of course! It's my best photo!
All right, fair enough. How about your description? What do you have there? A corny joke or something?
Gosh, no. It's a list of my qualifications, of course, and some key things I'm looking for in a partner.
Okay, I see the problem here. Dave, a dating profile isn't a job application. People won't swipe right on someone who makes them think of work.
But why not? I love work! I thought you did too! Didn't you say that henchmaning was your passion in your last self-review?
Yeah, of course. So passionate about henchmaning. Just, overflowing with passion. But some people want their job to stay out of their personal life. Like they have a box just for their job, and they just want it to stay there. Its own little job box. Not in the family box or the boyfriend box, just the job box. Know what I mean?
You know, it's my policy to always be transparent with you, buddy. You lost me at job box.
Figured. Dave's so bought into Lord Bedlam's stick that I don't think the idea of a work-life balance has ever crossed his mind. Better try a different approach.
I guess my point is, some people marry other people, and some people marry their job. I think you just married your job, Dave.
You think? Maybe you're right. I might just not have room for both Lord Bedlam's cause and a lady friend in my heart.
Nope, I don't.
Maybe not, dude. Maybe not.
Not sure if that's 100% accurate, but at least he feels better about it. And when Dave's feeling his best, my job gets easier. And I pulled it off without having to scroll through his phone for a new profile photo. That Pandora's box can stay locked up right next to my job box, gathering dust on my metaphorical shelf of emotional trauma. Sometimes these conversations go better, sometimes they go worse. Luckily, they all eventually end and Dave leaves to check on another member of the squad. After that, it's another long, eventless stretch of waiting in silence before I'm eventually relieved for lunch and I head to the cafeteria. Cafeteria isn't much different than what you might find in a high school or a prison. Really depends on your perspective, though. There are long, stained tables with uncomfortable plastic benches attached to a tile floor that is probably what a grizzled war veteran would look like in floor form, and the faint smell of mold and hopelessness. Most of Lord Bedlam's fortress is in much better shape, and so it's strange that the cafeteria is so banged up, right? Wrong. See, Lord Bedlam may be head honcho everywhere else, but this place has its own dark master. History teaches us that whoever controls the food supply gains incredible leverage. The lord of this terrible domain learned that lesson well. So long as Lord Bedlam gets his tuna melt, this despot has absolute autonomy. Janitors, maintenance, engineering, none can defy his will. Not here, in the heart of his kingdom. So rose Antonio Giamatti, master of the cafeteria and my stomach's personal tormentor.
Next! Hey, talking to you, pal!
He's so loud.
Oh, sorry. What's on the menu today, Chef Antonio?
We got bologna casserole, bologna hot dish, and bologna surprise.
Nope. Bologna. For a month, bologna. That train we hijacked last month must have had 5 cars full of that stuff because we haven't seen any other meat since. I glance down at my options. I see only 2. Though they are each labeled as hot dish and casserole, they look exactly the same. Cheeky bastard. Maybe the surprise is different. We'll go with the surprise.
I think I'll try the bologna surprise.
You got it! Surprise! It's casserole.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
What? You say you want a surprise, so I surprise you with which one you get. You're surprised, ain't you?
I mean, technically, but those two dishes are exactly the same. Why even give us a choice if it doesn't mean anything?
Metagame humor?
The same? You little shit! What do you know about the art of cooking, huh? You think you're some 5-star chef or something? Just 'cause they look the same don't mean they taste the same!
But you're right. I don't know anything about cooking. I'm sure they taste very different.
And
Thank you for the meal. Thank you for the meal, Master Chef Antonio Giamatti.
It's a stat.
As I walk to my seat, I have a sinking feeling that I have made a horrible mistake. Maybe there's some hidden meaning here about the illusion of free will or something. Or maybe I should just remember that you can never beat a chef in their own cafeteria.
Next! Come on, Oberon, get a move on! I know they got lines in England. Don't you pretend you don't know how it works 'cause you call it a do or something. Come on!
I'd tell you what my day was like after lunch, but honestly, it wasn't any more exciting than the first half of it. I stood by a door some more, had a few more awkward conversations with Dave, and clocked out. The only thing I did differently today was take advantage of my personal food stash for dinner. It's running low, only a few protein bars and ramen packets left, but better to tap into that than face Antonio again. So yeah, it's like I said, other than my apartment rivalry with our lunch man, apparent, I read that incorrectly, I live a pretty normal life most days. Sleep, eat, work, and repeat. Thrilling stuff. Of course, not every day is the same. We have different assignments each day of the week, for one thing. And every now and then, we have what Lord Bedlam calls an operation. In other words, supervillainry. As it happens, this Wednesday is an operation day. Hold on. Is there a... Issue 2. Operation days begin the same as any other day. I mean, they kind of have to. Can't do much when I'm asleep, and I don't want to smell like shit, so that means heading to the locker room like usual. There is an intangible difference when getting ready for the operation instead of a normal workday, I'll say that. The locker room has an air of tension to it, in addition to the usual odor. People are giving each other nervous glances or cracking bad jokes to calm their nerves. I mean, it's not like anyone expects to die or anything. Superheroes don't kill, one of the perks of being on this side of it. Still, getting hit in the head enough times has its consequences, as Mace found out. Or the legs, if you ask John Keese, I believe was how they pronounced it. So I mean, we have every right to be nervous. Shit, I know I am. Not Dave, though. He's actually excited about the whole thing. I know, big shock. Just blew your mind.
Morning, buddy. You know what today is?
Yeah, it's,
Operation Day! Oh boy, I'm so excited. I've got that tingly feeling in my bones.
well, that's more than I needed to know.
Aren't you excited too? I hear this is a big one.
Sometimes I wonder if Dave makes these little slips on purpose just to screw with me. I'm not sure if that's better than being Freudian.
Oh yeah, you know me. My excitement levels are like at full friggin' capacity. I live to get powerbombed by masked millionaires with messiah complexes.
Oh, I don't think any superheroes will be there this time. I heard this is something totally different. They'll never expect it.
I'm pretty sure he said something like that every time. If Dave were a weatherman, every day would be sunny.
Well, just in case they do expect it, I'd better make sure I have time to stretch. See you in the main hall.
As an aside, if you're thinking of starting a career as a henchman for some insane reason, never forget to stretch. You think this would be obvious, but tons of people totally skip it. Trust me, the last thing you want to do is pull a hammy while running from some caped Adonis type, because they will not miss an opportunity to look cool. They'll uppercut you into orbit and strike a pose regardless. That happened to one of my buddies, Mordecai. Fun enough guy to watch a basketball game with, but not quite as funny as he thought he was. He kept trying to call himself Mordecai the Henchman, but it never took. You know, in hindsight, he was a bit of a schmuck. Of course, this stretching stuff goes both ways. We once got away from Red Phantom totally unscathed because his calf cramped during his big entrance. Bonus lesson, don't jump through a window if you don't have to. After freshening up and getting my stretch on, I head to the main hall. Before I even get there, I can hear the hum of the jet helicopter things powering up. I think we call those Bedlam copters, but I hope I'm wrong. Shit, I think I'm actually a little late because Lord Bedlam has already arrived at his podium. Not that I've missed much. Likes to give motivational speeches before operations and, well...
The shadowy masters who control our society are growing nervous, my comrades! With their hold on the artisanal baloney industry shattered, they see the writing on the wall! And that writing says they are the ones who are ruining the weekend for everyone! Not the righteous masses who just want the orc barbarians to stop wearing jeans!
What the fuck is happening? Yeah, you get the picture. We don't actually get briefed on the details of these things. Only Lord Bedlam and a handful of top ass kissers know what's going on. Need to know basis.
I know that each and every one of you are dedicated to our noble cause, and that you will follow both my own orders as well as your captain's without question. Seriously, no questions, no chit-chat, and no scuttlebutt. If you're all being a bunch of chatty-Cathy gossip queens, then it makes us look bad, and we need to look our best today.
What? Who are we impressing? The rent-a-cops at wherever place we're sticking up currently certainly won't care. Besides, how professional can we look in purple spandex?
Now go forth, my comrades, and let loose the hounds of our endless parade of glory!
I don't think Lord Bedlam writes these speeches down. If he does, he certainly doesn't have an editor. Anyone who shares my feelings on Lord Bedlam's eloquence certainly isn't letting it show, though, and I follow suit. I can't bring myself to cheer wildly like Dave, but I can dutifully fall in step with him as we head to our proverbial chariot. As we file into one of Lord Bedlam's copters, I can hear the roof opening, waiting. As we file into one of the Bedlam copters, I can hear the roof opening for us with a groan.
Oh, this is it! You ready, buddy?
All set, partner.
I've got your back if you've got mine, partner.
You bet!
As we strap into our seats, the engines roar to life, and like that, we're off. Wherever we're going, it's further away than usual. This flight is getting kind of long. I'm not the only one that realizes it either. Some of the guys have been exchanging confused looks. Eventually, though, the pilot makes an announcement.
All right, meat shields, put on your makeup and hold on to your eyeballs because we're in the pipe and going in hot.
Actually, we're third in line in, so we're in a holding pattern for a bit.
Then we're balls to the wall with foils locked and guns blazing. Woo!
Pretty sure those things don't have any guns. I'm also pretty sure that we trained most of our pilots with video games and film clips since we don't have any actual flight simulators. Yet, through some miracle, we don't crash during our descent and move to join the henchmen that are already on the ground. Sliding down one of the Bedlam copter's rappel cable sends me through a hole in the roof of whatever building we were hovering over and lands me in some kind of tech office. At least it was an office. Our hole in the roof isn't the only one. There's at least 3 that I count, one for each Bedlam copter, I guess, and a few smaller holes in the walls that are probably from weapons fire. A lot of the equipment has been wrecked, but what's left looks impressive. This is definitely fancier stuff than we usually appropriate. Can't figure out what it is, though. Robotics? App development? I'm not sure. Most of the other henchmen seem to have moved on, but half a dozen stand guard over the few scientists that have been rounded up. A whole other squad stands in the middle of the room with Lord Bedlam at their head.
Excellent! Reinforcements! You lot!
He points toward my squad. damn it, I know what's next.
You shall remain here as our rear guard. The rest of you, with me!
No problem, Lord Bedlam. You heard him, squad! We're the rear guard, and the rest are going with him! That last part isn't really relevant to us, but I just wanted to make sure you heard.
There's a cheer from the other squads as they rush, and they rush to join the others as they follow Lord Bedlam through a nearby door and out of sight. The rest of us aren't cheering. Here's the thing about being a rear guard. You're guarding the entrance and exit, right? So while your job is pretty uneventful if nothing goes wrong, you're also the first line of defense against outside interference. You follow me? If a superhero shows up, we're the ones they'll run to first. Or run over, to be more
Oh
accurate.
boy, the rear guard! What an honor! Gosh, how long has it been since we've been selected for that?
Last year, I think. Some lady with wings broke your clavicle.
Oh, right! I sacrificed my body for the glory of Lord Bedlam.
He sacrificed his body so we could rob a smartwatch factory. Not even the good ones, just some cheap knockoffs. Look like they came with a kid's meal.
Hopefully Lord Bedlam's glory will come sacrifice-free this time.
But if it doesn't, we'll be ready! Right, team?
Sure.
We take up a position next to the window, on the opposite side of the room as the captive scientist. I want to be as far away from them as possible. Sure, we'll let them go when we leave, but that's the one thing. Pardon me. Sure, we'll let them go when they leave, but that's the one thing that we do that really bugs me. Stealing is, whatever. It's just stuff. But taking hostages? That can't be a fun thing to go through. I pull my stun baton from my belt and start messing with it to take my mind off the scientists. Plus, I need to make sure it works. Sometimes these things short out and I have a feeling I'll need it. This place is big time. It's just got that feel. That means we're going to attract attention, and that means... Suddenly, something explodes through the wall to my right. Dave and I are flung forward and tumble to the floor. As quickly as I can, I scramble to my feet, grasping my baton. However, as I turn to face the source of the explosion, my jaw drops. A superhero showing up isn't a surprise, but that's Shining Nova. Shining goddamn Nova. As in the person that took down the Skull Syndicate and went toe-to-toe with Dr. Calamity's Supreme Ultra Death Bot. Shit. We are screwed. We are completely screwed.
I'm the factor here, so I'm only gonna see this once. There's no way you can beat me. That means you can either give yourselves up or get your asses kicked. Your call. I can't make it for you.
I really consider just giving up this time around, but I should have known better. By taking any time to think at all, I've given Dave a vast edge in reaction time.
Lord Bedlam! Charge!
Dave and most of the other henchmen charge wildly. Some raise their stun batons, others fire their beam weapons. It goes about as well as you would expect. What henchmen that are left seem to be fleeing, the ones that are further away than me at least. I'm maybe 5 meters from Shining Nova and he's staring right at me. Oh god, he's staring right at me.
Hey,
Dive for cover. We'll just surrender. I immediately drop my baton and raise my hands.
I'd like to take the surrender option, please.
Wow, seriously? No one ever does that.
Yeah, well, I had a regrettable incident with a trash can last month that taught me the value of knowing when to fold. So...
As I talk, I slowly start to backpedal, hoping to put some distance between the hero and myself.
Watch your step.
Suddenly, I feel my heel get caught on a piece of rubble and tumble backwards several steps, arms flailing before finally losing my balance and crashing to the floor.
Well, that was embarrassing.
I'll say, if you weren't attacking a high-security research facility and holding its workers hostage, I might just feel bad for you.
Okay, yeah, fair point.
Wait, the hostages? As I look around, I realize where I've landed. A few yards to my right are the engineers that Lord Bedlam took as captives, and not far to my left is a door leading further into the facility. They're still tied up, so they can't escape. Maybe that's why Nova isn't rushing to finish me off. Fear for their safety. To be honest, I have the exact same fear. This is just a job. I don't want to hurt these people. Then again, Nova doesn't know that. Maybe I can bluff my way out of this. Or should I just make a break for the door and hope for the best? Definitely better to just make a break for it. I don't want Shining Nova to blast me, but I don't want these people to get caught up in the crossfire either. They've had a bad enough day as it is. As I weigh my options, Shining Nova steps forward and a hatch opens on the mechanized hero's wrist, revealing a small dark gun.
Alright, look, I don't want to injure you, but I don't exactly how you running around causing trouble either. So, hold still.
Before Nova can continue, I push aside the pain and muster what stamina I have left and scramble towards the exit. Ignoring Nova's shouts of warning, I reach out for the door. Almost there? But not quite. Just as my fingers graze the handle, I feel a prick in my neck and suddenly my body feels like rubber. Like a puppet that's lost its strings, I collapse to the floor with a groggy moan. Everything's a blur and sounds echo as though I'm in a cave. Damn. I didn't think tranquilizers would work this fast. As my eyelids start to close, Shining Nova steps into view, visor glowing hypnotically as my vision starts to fail me.
That was a series of bad life choices, my man.
Although Nova's silhouette is hazy, I can just barely make out their helmet glancing in the direction of hostages.
Unless... Nah, no way. He's just a goon.
Even though being put to sleep is better than being knocked unconscious in this case, it doesn't feel like I'm snoozing in my bed. Instead, it's a deep, dreamless slumber. 1 second, all I see is blackness, and then the next...
Come on, buddy, you have to get up!
Where? What? Dave? What's going on?
No time, we've gotta go!
Onwards, my loyal compatriots! Onwards towards retreat!
There's only one Bedlam copter. If we don't get on, we'll be left behind!
With Dave's help, I manage to stand. A quick look around tells me he's right. A lone Bedlam copter is holding position next to the hole Shining Nova made in the wall, and there's no sign of another one. Lord Bedlam is already climbing aboard, so we better follow suit.
I'm good. Let's go.
Together we drag ourselves towards the ramp. Despite my grogginess, we should make it easily. At least it looks that way until a familiar black and blue blur falls through one of the holes in the ceiling, takes one look at me and grins.
Hey there, Sunshine. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see your raggedy-ass outfit here when I got the call. A data science facility's one hell of a step up from a pet store.
Hi, Miss Dynamo.
But you're not too much of a big shot to leave without saying hi now, are ya? After all, we're old pals, ain't we?
Oh, you know me. I'm not big on long goodbyes. So awkward.
Wait, you know her, Stan? But she's a superhero!
Case in point. Dude, you were there, remember? Briefly, anyway. She dumped me into a trash can.
I would love it if you would just dump me.
Yeah, that was great. That picture of you was trending for hours. Would have been a great night for me. If you clowns hadn't ended up giving me the slip.
Yeah, we were pretty slippery, huh? Oh, what a night that was. Just a peach of a time, wasn't it, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I didn't know you cried so much when you had fun, Stan.
Oh, come on.
I'm easily moved, Dave. You know that. Well, getting to be about that time. Better hit the old dusty trail. Nice seeing you again. Don't be a stranger.
Don't think so. This time, I'm making sure you're out cold. And then I'm grounding that ugly ride of yours. Now come on, Sunshine. Let's kick this party up a notch.
Miss Dynamo is maybe 10 meters away, but I know that distance won't mean much to someone with that kind of strength and speed. Even if I wasn't still hungover from Shining Nova's tranquilizer, my odds of getting out of the way aren't good. Dynamo knows it too. She takes her time sizing me up and settling into her stance. Dave doesn't consider the odds, or maybe his zeal for Lord Bedlam has just made him more reckless. Whatever the cause, he's pulled out his baton and is prepared to go down swinging. Missing, mind you, but still swinging. It's almost admirable, but in my experience, you don't heal hairline fractures with admiration, so I'm not about to follow suit. As Dynamo's muscles coil, I reach for my baton and desperately try to think of an angle. This is going to be even worse than the trash can incident if I can't right now. I'm as dangerous as a pillow covered in bubble wrap. I don't get much of a chance. As soon as I brandish my weapon, Miss Dynamo bursts forward. I guess she's figured giving me the first strike last time wasn't charity enough. I wince, bracing for the pain. But it never comes. Instead, Dynamo's fist collides with a glowing red energy sword held by an unfamiliar woman in a red and black catsuit. The blow is so strong that the weapon pulses and I can feel the ground shake. Even so, the mystery woman barely gives any ground. She angles the energy blade to turn it into more of a glancing blow and steps back to steady herself, but it still looks effortless.
Tisk, tisk. These aren't your toys to break anymore, child.
Scorpion, what are you doing here?
I just told you. These are my playthings now. If you can't play nice, then I'll have to take them away. You never pay attention, do you? Not even the slightest bit. Don't you ever tire of it? The ignorance?
Shut up!
Miss Dynamo violently breaks the deadlock and leaps back. The woman in the catsuit, Scorpion, does the same, but somehow more gracefully? Holy shit, where did she even come from? She was so fast that I barely saw it. Since when did we have a ringer? I stare, dumbfounded, momentarily forgetting about escaping. It's not often you see something like this when you work for a guy like Lord Bedlam. A victory for us usually means a distraction or an escape. But this Scorpion lady is going toe-to-toe with a powerhouse like Miss Dynamo, and God help me, it seems like she could actually win.
Temper, temper, child.
Stop calling me that!
But you are. Listen to yourself. If you're not careful, you'll have another tantrum. And then who will have to clean up your mess this time?
Oh, it won't be you. Don't worry. Nah, you're gonna be the mess. What's left of you, anyway.
Smooth?
Promises, promises. Always promises with you. Never once delivered.
Beyond a grunt of frustration, Dynamo's retort this time is physical, and she rushes right at Scorpion, who follows suit, sword whirring. Looks like that first move was no fluke. Dynamo's dishing out most of the offense, but none of it is connecting. What Scorpion can't avoid outright, she's redirecting with her sword. It's like watching a dance, but fast forward to 5 times normal speed, and with a high chance of broken bones or dismemberment. So as astonishing as it looks, I take this chance to get the hell out of here.
Come on, Dave. We've got to go.
What? And miss this chance to bring even more glory to Lord Bedlam?
He told us to retreat, remember? You wouldn't want to disobey Lord Bedlam, would you?
No, definitely not. Gosh, I can't believe I forgot. Thanks, Stan. You're a good friend.
Sure. I'm the best. Thank me when we're on the way back, man.
Together, we rush up the ramp as fast as we can. My legs aren't exactly steady yet, so it's a little more of a zigzag than a straight line, but we make it just before they close the doors. Christ, that was a lot closer than usual. Now that I'm inside the Bedlam copter, I find it doesn't have much room to spare. It's definitely over capacity. I guess that's good. Means more than a third of us made it out. On the other hand, it means that almost 2/3 of us didn't. Jeez. Never had to leave so many people behind before. Kind of surreal. Feels like I'm in a war movie. What the hell was this place? Miss Dynamo said something about data science, which would explain all the computers. So we were after information? Weird. It's too cutting edge for Lord Bedlam's the modus operandi. Must have been important information too. Why else would no one, not one, but 2 superheroes show up to stop us? Shining Nova alone would have been a big deal, but Miss Dynamo too? Dynamo is known to slum it for a little fun, as I found out during that pet store debacle, but I thought Nova was exclusively working on national level threats and crisis responses now. Maybe it has something to do with that Scorpion woman. Never heard of her before, which is maybe the weirdest part of this whole thing. Someone like her should have gone viral at some point. Not sure what to make of it. Well, I hope whatever Lord Bedlam got here was worth it. Close my eyes and breathe a sigh of relief as I feel the Bedlam copter leave this place behind. Between the surprise guests and the sudden downsizing, this is one operation day I'll be happy to forget. The rookie. Alright. So we are going to go ahead and save. I'll save in slot 2. Should be good though. I'm assuming that if I go home. Oh, there's extras. Oh, they're like some. Oh, the music? Oh. Can you just listen to. Cool. You just listen to the soundtrack. That's pretty neat. So maybe. Huh. Alright, so the UI on this, not great. Anyway, load game. Okay, so I think that's exactly where it goes. Okay. There you go. That's the first 2 issues of Henchman's story. Got 2 achievements for 50 gamer score, so that's good. Got every ending in Henchman's story. Interesting. But there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed. I had a good time with it. I'll be back to play more. I'm not exactly sure how many issues are in it, but yeah, it'll be back. It'll be back soon. No exact date yet, but I will definitely get back to this game because I did enjoy those first 2 issues. I don't know. It's definitely tickling my funny bone. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. The best way to make sure that you can catch the next episodes or issues of Henchman's story is to scroll down, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos. New stuff goes up every day at 6 a.m. and 1 p.m. And don't forget, we're doing a lot of these now in next folders. Folder games, so we have a lot of good stuff coming out. A lot of stuff is already up, and a lot of stuff to come. There will be more Fallout 3 on the channel. We'll be checking out more Echo Generation, more Rainbow Billy, A Juggler's Tale, and No Longer Home. I got to get done. We'll look at. I've already looked at Bullets Per Minute, Lost in Random, Big Con, Artful Escape. A lot of good stuff. So, any that looks interesting, just don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you another time with something else until the next issue's post of this lovely game, Henchman story. Thank you again for watching, and go Lord Bedlam.